Hello and welcome to my new moon in Sagittarius energy reading for December 2023. It is the 11th as I record this. Our next new moon is going to be in Capricorn on the 11th of January, 111, right before Pluto moves into Aquarius. So we are in the final energetics of Pluto and Capricorn, and as we sit in this new moon energy, setting intentions, tuning into what is possible for the next lunar cycle, I am filled with anticipation, excitement. I don't know what is even happening and what is going to happen, and I can feel the transition, and it's really beautiful. So I know we are in a time of really expanded duality. I talked about this in the podcast last week, Guys Love podcast. Duality is expanding and it is stretching us as humans, as souls in human form. We are seeing contrasting experiences that feel so far apart from each other, and we are living experiences that feel so separate from each other. And I truly believe over the next 20 years, we're going to be dissolving those differences. The duality continuum is actually going to be coming closer together and dissolving the separation. So it may sound like a fairy tale in this moment, and that's where I believe the energy is moving us towards. It's what astrology is showing us. So here we are at the new moon in Sagittarius, completing 2023 and about to begin a new whole calendar year. Let's see what the cards and the energy have to show us. I'm going to pull 3 cards. Last month, if you remember, we had the Tower as the collective energy. It was absolutely true from what I was experiencing and witnessing. And then we had, what did we have? Death and rebirth as the highest possibilities for the lunar cycle. I think many of us are still in that death and rebirth energy. So as we begin this lunar cycle, let's see what is going to be experienced. I am pulling from the Lightseers Tarot, 3 cards. So we will do, I think we'll do the individual now first. The 7 of Pentacles. We'll go into each one. We had the 2 of Pentacles last time. Oh. The 4 of Swords as the collective now. And then the highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle, the Chariot. Totally. Look, talk about duality. Do you see the shadow and the light there represented in the horses? I'll get into that in a moment. Perfection. Perfection. All right, let's begin at the beginning, the individual now. What do you notice the most about this card? What pops out to you? How do the colors feel, the movement of the energy? What does it bring up as you look at this card? So here's what I feel more than anything else. Look at his hand. His hand is moving the energy. His hand, the one that's this one here. It's like he's doing the thing that is building what is happening underground. And so if you look at what's underground versus what's above the ground, this is the unseen versus the seen. So can you feel how the potential that is going to be manifested is so much bigger than the little tiny sprout that's coming up there? All his focus is on the sprout, but his hand knows there's all of this underground. The thought that comes through right away, I mentored for a year with this woman named Melanie Ann Lair, who runs a group called the Alpha Femme Experience. And her saying that she's famous for is pineapples take 18 months to grow and fruits with crowns are worth waiting for. And I feel that. It's like there's always her message, which I think is so powerful, is you're always planting seeds, you're always nurturing the soil and growing the fruit, and then in that there will be harvest times. There will be times where pineapples are coming up, and you get to take the fruit that takes that long to grow and enjoy the fruit. But if you're constantly planting seeds, and nourishing it, there will always be harvesting. There will always be fruits that come from that. And that's what I feel in this individual now. We are constantly planting, seeding, potential ideas, manifestations. There is this constant depositing of desires and dreams into the energetic field, into the morpho-energetic field that we're all tapped into. We're constantly putting thoughts and ideas in there. I guess what the chariot would show is the highest possibilities is, what are you planting? What are you seeding? What's going in the soil? Because what you're focusing on with your energy, what your attention is going to, is what you're going to bring to fruition. So if you are seeding, that's such a big thing. I'm like, how do I even open that one up? What are you planting? What are you focusing on? Because whatever it is, you're going to expand and have more of it. You're going to harvest the energies that you are seeding, that you are nurturing. So if you are seeding, we'll go into this for a minute. If you are seeding collaborations, and your attention is on collaborations, this is Pluto and Aquarius energy, and you're talking about collaborations, and you're inviting people into collaborations, and collaboration is your focus. And so under the soil are all of the collaborations that are going to come up and be fruits that are going to manifest into experiences that are collaborative. That's what he's energetically manifesting, and all of the attention creates that. If you are seeding condemnation and judgment and anger and bitterness and resentment and competitiveness and comparison, if that is what you are constantly putting in, which by default means you don't feel worthy of all the other things that you see other people having. You're mad at them, resentful, bitter about it. There's a feeling underneath there of lack, of less than. And so what your magic making is doing, what your energy, your attention is focusing on, is creating more of that. So you're going to bring to fruition more examples and situations where you don't feel worthy, where you feel lack, where you feel less than, where there's more jealousy, more competition. If you're feeding that, power is a great one. If what your focus and attention on, what you're seeding, is how you can be more powerful, how you can have more control, how you can dominate whatever you're in, whatever you're focusing on. This domination, competitiveness, have to win energy is going to manifest more of that. And so maybe short term you have some fruits that feel good, but the constant underneath it, the eruptions that will come up underneath that, is more power, more domination, more control. Eventually, what's left to have power over? What's left to dominate and control? Someone told me yesterday they heard, who was I talking to? Oh, it was my friend, her boyfriend. He said that the owner of Amazon has stated, like, I want 10% of every dollar spent in the United States. I mean, dude, maybe he will manifest more of that, but then what after that? You want 20 cents of every dollar? You want $1 of every dollar? Like, how do you keep... What you're putting underneath here is so toxic. It's not, we share the wealth, we collaborate, it's like, Pluto and Capricorn. That's Pluto and Capricorn energy. And we're moving into Pluto and Aquarius. So maybe there is a short-term harvesting of fruits, but if the energy underneath it is this self-absorbed or egotistical or greedy energy, you're going to manifest more of that energy. And that isn't sustainable in a world that is meant to be collaborative and harmonious, that has resources that are meant to be shared, not held all for ourselves. It's not sustainable. And Pluto and Aquarius is going to bring that into balance. Pluto and Aquarius, this is the best example. Pluto and Aquarius this is earth. This soil right here is earth. It's our planet. And so we're all sharing the resources of the planet. We're all sharing the water, the soil, the air, the energy, the physicality of it. And so if what we are manifesting is bring me all of it to myself, I want all of it for me, eventually we're going to run out. There won't be, even the person who's doing the magic won't be able to take everything from the earth and have more earth. There isn't more earth. There is like our world that we all share. So, my God, I feel like I've opened up Pandora's box that I could talk about for an hour, 5 hours, a whole day. The individual experience is this. What are you focusing on? What are you seeding? What are you nourishing? What are you harvesting? And what's the energy? Because that's what his hand is doing. He's playing with the energy of it, the energetics manifested into physical. And so what are the energetics? Because those will continue to manifest along with the physical. If it's love, if it's sharing, if it's harmony and collaboration and unity, you're going to manifest that. I believe that energy is so much more powerful than one who is focused on power and control. It's like a mirror. You know, if you are sending to the mirror all the beauty, the love, the wishes for everyone at their best, and you're visualizing that and you're seeing that in the mirror, that's what comes back to you. If what you're sending to the mirror is, I want domination, I want control, I want all of it, I want my biggest piece of the pie, what's going to come back to you is that same energetic of, I want to control you, I want more power, I want more. It's going to gobble you up. It's going to, it shows it all, right? It's going to be a monster that will consume you. Don't do that. Don't play that game. Do what you want, but like, I wouldn't play that game. I love the game of, oh my goodness, let's seed this and seed this and seed this. And it's filled with love. And I'm showering it with like, that we all get to share and that we all get to play in. And that's what comes back to me. There you go. TED Talk by Viv. 7 of Pentacles. Individual now. Collective now. This feels so true, so good. So what do you notice about this card? I have Sonatum Core playing in the background. I don't know if you can hear it, but her frequency is so beautiful. I feel like her music is this nest. You just sort of cuddle up in the music and all of this healing happens. So this is the collective now. What I would bring your attention to is the heart that's right next to each one of us. Right within hand's reach. Like she could touch that heart from where she is. It reminds me of my cat. So sometimes my cat, the black one, Jade, will climb up on the bed and she'll lay just far enough away that I can't put my hand on her. But she wants to be near me, but she doesn't actually want my hand on her. And then other times she climbs up on the bed and she like plants herself like right on my chest. And then she just starts purring. It's always available, but sometimes she puts it just a little bit away. I feel like in this collective now moment, this nest is time. It's the cocoon of time as we finish this lunar cycle from now through the new moon in Capricorn in January. We have this little nest of Capricorn structure, energy, healing with Pluto like focusing attention. Right by our side, if we need it, is this unconditional love. It's the universe, source, God, Mother Nature, like whatever energies you believe in. It's consciousness, pure consciousness, right by our side collectively, going, do you want to tap into that? Do you want access? Do you need to be reminded that this whole experience of being a soul in a human form is for you to have whatever you desire to create and play with? Do you remember that you chose that and that you stepped into a human body with all the wisdom of the soul, like the universe behind you, and then boom, you forget it all. Why do we do that? But in a moment, if you choose, you just put your hand out and that love is all around you. You are that. You are that unconditional love energy. I feel like this cocoon of time for us collectively is an invitation to go inward, to feel. I created the most beautiful meditation yesterday about feeling the body. Like this, I called it the temple of consciousness. This temple of consciousness that is the body, that the infinite wise soul gets to come into and hang out in for as long as the body wants to live this lifetime, this story that we're playing out. Like, what magic is this body? And can we pause time to just be in the experience of the body? And if it's too much, just reach your hand out. The unconditional love is right there. We're wrapped in it. There's a thread. I don't know if you can see the thread that moves there with the unconditional love. It's like this lifeline, this rope you can touch, and you're held. You're so held. So why collectively? Well, let me rephrase. Last month we had the tower moment as the collective. The tower is we deconstruct. We tear down. The tower is like, boom, Tower of Babel. Everything falls to the ground. And then in that deconstruction of everything, there's truth. There's this clarity, because there's nothing that was. It's all rubble on the ground. And so here we are in this now collective experience of, okay, what do I feel in my body? What do I know? Collectively, we're being invited into this nesting experience. Can I feel what is true for me? This was the mantra that came through in the Guys Love podcast last week, Expanding Duality, was when it feels too much, can I close my eyes? Can I be still? And can I hear and feel and explore this idea? What is true for me now? What is actually happening in and around me? It was a beautiful energy transmission, like a guided visualization, meditation experience. If you feel like, I don't know what to do when I'm in the nest. Do I want to go in the nest? I don't know. What is this collective thing? But in that quiet, you start to remember you're the creator of the story. You build the nest. You were the one that took the lifeline as the soul, came into this body, but unconditional love is right here, and you'll take the lifeline out when it's time to complete the journey. And in the process of that human experience, you've been able to play with all the things that your soul desired in the human reality. When we're here, we're like, no, I didn't. No. It's like the child who, the mom says, did you eat that last cookie? And the child's like, no, what cookie? What cookie? Wiping the crumbs off our mouth. That's us. We're here in it going, I'm not a soul. I don't, temple of consciousness, body? What are you talking about? I didn't do that. Yeah, actually, you did. You did. And now you're in it, and it's really intense. And the astrology is about to shift the energy again, and it's hard to keep our balance. It's hard to walk our way through that. So this nesting is an invitation collectively. It's like pause time, slow down for a moment. It's perfect alignment with the holidays. Come in to this body, this temple of consciousness, and just feel what's happening. Because, ta-da! The highest possibilities for the next lunar cycle. These are such contrasting cards, aren't they? What do you notice about this? There is so much happening in this card. What jumps out at you? All right, here's what I'm going to tell you. I feel like I'm giving you like secret codes right now. I'm like, let me tell you what I know. I'll tell you what I see. And then you do with it what you want. But like, here's what's happening. Oh, so funny. This to me is Pluto. If we could give Pluto energy, the planet that is a planet, not a planet, what is it? If we could give Pluto an energy, it would look a lot like this. It's like Pluto is the driver and the carriage with, I don't know if you can see it. There's like, my hands are backwards. Sorry, when I look at this. There's like a portal. Let me look at the card and show you. There's like a portal of energy. Can you see that line? There you go. You can see it now. There's like a portal that's right behind where the carriage is going. And so to me, Pluto is that portal. Pluto is, I'm going to come charging in to whatever the new zodiac sign is that I'm going to be in for 15 to 20 years. I'm going to come charging in, ready to go, climbing the chariot, we're going. Like, let's shift things. Let's move the energy. So Pluto comes like, whoa. And some of us are like, yes, I'm in the chariot. Where are we going? Take me there. We're like so ready for the transformation. We're so ready to go through the portal of whatever it is that our consciousness is going to take us. Others are like, chariot? What chariot? I don't see a chariot. I do not see a chariot. Nope. That was just a blip of energy that went by. But you can feel the dust that gets kicked up by the chariot, and then you're like choking in the dust, and you don't know what to do, and it's like, what happened? Some of us feel like we stepped in front of the chariot, and the chariot is like mowing us down, running right over us, and we're like in the cartoons, you know, where the steamroller runs over the bunny rabbit or something, and then it's flattened. It's Bugs Bunny is like laying on the ground flattened, and it's looking up at this guy like, oh my God, what happened? Sometimes that's what Pluto does to us. It's when Pluto moved into Capricorn the last transition we had, it was 2008. And if you remember, Pluto came charging into realty, I can't, the words, into the banking systems, the lending, the housing market. Like, it came rushing into all of these structures, and everything went, it got flattened by the energy of the chariot coming into places that needed to be brought back into alignment. So that was the last time Pluto was this coming in. Well, this is going to happen over the next, we're in it, and it's going to happen into January and February and March. Pluto coming in with the Aquarius energy and like the sound effects. Who needs those little sound box buttons? I just make them myself. We have choice, always. And so what I'm showing you in this new moon reading in Sagittarius is, this is what's coming. This is what's happening. And astrology, the energy of the guides that are working with me in these videos, is saying this is the highest possibility. This is actually the best thing that can be happening. Focus on the chariot. See the chariot. Know that this is what's going on. And then choose how you want to engage with the chariot. Choose how you want to engage with Pluto and Aquarius. Do you want to be conscious and awake and aware and saying, okay, I'm climbing on board. Where are we going? What are we doing? Or do you want to just let it go by and go, I don't know what that was, and I'm going to stay in my unconscious state and whatever? You want to get flattened by it? Like, what do you want to do? What's your conscious choice of how to move through this time? The most powerful way is meditate, visualize, go inward, sit with yourself, sit with your guides, and go, okay, Pluto. What do I need to know about Pluto? Guides, show me. Pluto with me, my life, my journey. This is the nest. The nest is, I'm going to go inward, and I'm going to sit in this quiet cocoon, knowing that this is the highest possibility. And I'd like to know more. I'd like to understand more because I'm creating my reality. Don't I want to know that this is about to merge and engage with my reality? Your own consciousness will show you what you need. If you're like, I don't know how to navigate nests. Well, that's why I make meditations. That's why I create energy visualizations. It's because I ride the chariot all the time. Pluto and I are old buddies. we know how to play. We know how to navigate. And so I'm very comfortable guiding conversations of consciousness, experiences where I tap into energy and words come out and magic happens. And because my space is so clear when I do that, you're able to land in those spaces and go, oh, what does this mean to me? It isn't this one way, this is what it means. It's, oh, Viv holds this spaciousness that allows me to find what I need to know and experience within this incredible container. So, that's what I do. Just a little thing I'm really, really good at. So I'm going to create an extended video where we're going to go deeper into each of these cards. And then I will create a meditation that's about 20 minutes. It's an easy way to kind of taste what I do. And in the meditation, we'll tap into what came through in this message. And then you'll have a little container that you can explore, a little nest you can explore. I also host monthly experiences. So I have the Guys Love podcast each week, the energy transmissions that you can play with. And then Sunday, once a month, I just did it this past Sunday, I create these hour-long experiences that are incredible. It's Source, me dancing with the astrology, the energy, and guiding you into your body, your experience, your creation, so that you're very aware of what you're doing as you do your magic. And then as we move into the end of the year, I have 2 experiences. It's one package though. I create a meditation visualization experience for an hour on the last Wednesday of the year, and then on the first Wednesday of the new year. And in between, I have a virtual acupuncture healing session I do with my friend Andrea. So you wrap up 2023 in this hour with me. You have the energy healing in the middle. You go into New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. And then the next Wednesday, we tap into what's 2024 look like. How do we expand our magic making, our capacity, our ideas, our creations for 2024? And then you have those recordings to come back to as often as you want. It's pretty cool. So I'll put all those links in the video. I am going to stop this recording and go deeper into the other energies that are wanting to come through. My heart to your heart. Thank you for all the ways we have already co-created in 2023. I love my work. I love that this is what I get to do, and that me and you synchronize and we create an us, a collaboration that is just incredible. As we step into 2024 and reality starts to... I will be here every month coming back and creating these energy readings. I will be sitting in the podcast space. Like, there is a steadiness and a consistency that I'm going to be holding as we ride this chariot into Pluto and Aquarius energy. So if you don't know much about my world and my work, this is a great time for you to tap in and then to share what I do with those that you love. So here we go. So much love.